the sunlight's coming out today. Makes it a lot colder too. And what's going on today? I guess the first thing I saw was kind of weird at first. I looked at this and I was like, hey, is this a new drone from the Drone Racing League? But then you see what it looks like. I guess it's kind of like a seat at first, I thought anyways, or that you can get into it. And upon further inspection, it isn't a drone, it's a bed. Like what? They're releasing a bed? This says, watch DRL racing from your drone bed of your dreams. Deadline is February 1st, and it says here, the DRL drone bed is an exclusive made-to-order limited edition drone bed inspired by DRL's Racer 4 drone. With LED lights surrounding the bed, propeller pillows, sleep mask in the shape of a first-person view drone goggles, and the option to add a TV mount at the end of the bed. The drone bed is the ultimate holiday gift. What is up with this, huh? Well, apparently from what I gather, this is to market towards kids so that they grow up with the idea, I guess, of being surrounded by something drone themed. They will be more likely to, I guess, grow up and fly things like drones and racing drones and all that, I guess. I mean, it probably definitely works from a business point of view, kind of like places like McDonald's where you have things like Happy Meals that target kids. So as they start eating it as a child, when they grow up, then they'll say, oh, I want my kid to experience this afterwards. I guess it'll be kind of the same thing here. At the same time, this is probably a way to get rid of things like hysteria, because if people grow up with it, then afterwards, the next generation of people would look at others and say, what? Why are you treating everything like a huge manned aircraft, for example? And the theme continues, even Tesla's targeting kids. Here it says, Cyberquad for kids. Get ready for any adventure with the all-electric Cyberquad for kids. Inspired by our iconic Cybertruck design, the four-wheeled ATV features a full steel frame, cushioned seat, and adjustable suspension. I guess it's the same concept. Start them young and then when they grow up, I want a Cybertruck. Although $1,900 as a present. Has anyone ever gotten gifts this expensive as a child? I've never got stuff like within this price range, not even close. And the last story I read was kind of interesting. It dealt with that unfortunate story, if you guys remember, where the actor Alec Baldwin was on a movie set and he had a gun that had actual real ammunition, and when he pulled the trigger, not knowing it was real and all that, it actually ended up killing someone. So apparently there's an interview coming out now, and it says here, Alec Baldwin exclusive, the trigger wasn't pulled, I didn't pull the trigger. So that's generating some controversy because according to this, it would imply he's saying he didn't even pull the trigger in the gun. The bullet just came out for some reason, I suppose. It says, actor Alec Baldwin told ABC News George Stephanopoulos in an exclusive interview that he had, quote, no idea how a live bullet got onto the set of his film, Rust, but that he didn't pull the trigger on the firearm that killed one person and wounded another. And then more quotes apparently here. He says, I would never point a gun at anyone and pull the trigger at them. Never. Baldwin told Stephanopoulos in a first look of the upcoming interview, which is produced by George Stephanopoulos Productions. And it just seems like, I guess, everyone's trying to find someone to blame as opposed to just taking, I guess, accountability for what happened. And one thing I noticed in the actual interview clips that they posted, the full one will be, I guess, released later. The interviewer was asking him, in the actual script itself, there was nothing there saying that the trigger needed to be pulled. I guess he wasn't actually supposed to fire at anyone, which I would imagine is what generated that response of him saying he never pulled it. And it makes you wonder, I'm not a gun person, but apparently the type of gun they used was something called a Colt 35. Is that possible for this thing to just fire on its own with no one pulling the trigger, so to speak? I mean, that's for gun experts, I guess, to actually debate about. That just sounds kind of weird. The unfortunate thing too is this isn't the first time something like this has happened in the industry, so it makes you wonder, did people actually learn from it? Unfortunate situation, but let's just see if things improve afterwards and what happens at the end of this investigation and all that. Alright, see you guys later.